first and foremost, let's kind of talk about the year as a whole. How would you summarize kind of the season for you guys from a team perspective?
As a team perspective, I think this is probably one of the tightest teams I've ever been on, which is kind of so frustrating the way it ended. But I think we showed all year that we had a nice tight team, good resilient team. Obviously a lot of roller coaster dips, but I think playing at home was the most special to me this year. I mean, look how many wins we had here. Like I said, we were just such a good group, and it's really bittersweet kind of leaving here. So it stinks.
You mentioned playing at home and how special it was. I mean, you got to play here for a little bit, but you got to experience too hockey coming back to Boise. Those first few weekends especially, but throughout the season. How much of that made a difference in the type of support into getting that home success this year?
I think it's the world of difference, right? Like the first few weeks, like you said, hockey being back in Boise, it was like, wow, like look how many people showed up, but like it never left. They never left. They were there every home game. So it was truly incredible to like just play in front of those guys every night, whether it's a Wednesday night or a Sunday afternoon. Like they were there all the time, just supporting us. So I think that was a huge difference of why we came here and won so many games this year.
Going back from the start of the year through now, outside of the obvious team goal, what were some other team goals that you guys had when you were looking at the season from the start, and how do you guys feel like you lined up to those?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think we wanted to come in each game and have a chance to win. And I don't think we really ever got blown out or never had a chance to win when we stepped on the ice, whether we were playing teams like Toledo or Florida or Utah. Like I think we always, every game we had a chance to win. And I think that was huge for us. We had such a deep team and just for whatever reason couldn't get it done. But like I said, that group in there is really tight. It's a special group to me, and it just kind of stinks being out where we are. So
let's talk about you for a second individually. Your first full-length season in the ECHL, you had some stints previously. How do you feel your year went individually when you look at your performances?
I thought it went well. Like I said, like we got such a good group in there, so it was kind of easy for us goalies. But I thought it was a great environment to succeed here. We had the personnel and we had like the team camaraderie that just kind of gives you the confidence to get in the net, and no matter what happens with you, like we're going to be in a good spot. So I thought it was a really good season for me personally, but that's all accolades to the guys helping me. So
there have been a lot of goaltenders that come in and out throughout the season, but it seems like everyone's had that same type of connectivity and drive to want to help improve for each other. Sometimes you don't always get that in goaltending tandems. How important is that when you're developing and working to get to the next level, that you can have that type of camaraderie with everyone that comes through?
Yeah, I think it's huge, right? Like whether it's Pointer or Maddie or Tomer, it's just you go to the ice every day and you're pushing to get better, and that's just pushing that next guy to get better. So I know they come in with the same mentality, like we're here for a reason, and we all want to be in the net, right? But at the same time, if you're not, you're supporting that guy who's in the net. And if it's not good it's obviously good for the team, right? So like we're always pushing for each other, and I think it just makes us that much better.
You mentioned the tightness of the locker room. When you look back to this year and you compare to your first couple of pro seasons and even some of your previous seasons to that, how does it kind of compare in that team camaraderie to those other seasons?
It reminds me a lot of the Pensacola team that I was on that won a championship. I think that's another reason why it stings so much, because we did have the personnel to do something special this year, and it just didn't fall our way. But I think that's everything, being close to the teammates, and I don't think there's a better group of guys that I've ever played with than on this team. So like it's every day you come to the rink, it's so much fun to see the guys and compete with them. So I think it was a great team and a great group of guys.
I know it's tough to think about, initially, but do you think your initial off-season plans are going to be stepping up from here and then going over the next couple months?
I'm not sure. I'd love to be back here. Like I said, I absolutely have fallen in love with Boise. I've fallen in love with how we get treated here as players. We get treated as people. From top to bottom, it's a Class A program. So being able to come back would be pretty cool. I'd love to do that. So we'll just see what happens, I guess.